The J.D. Dawson Award recognizes significant contributions to Antioch College by alumni or friends of Antioch. The nominees for this award are people who have contributed in a significant way to Antioch College or a program of Antioch College. This award is named in honor of the longtime Dean of Students and Director of Cooperative Education at Antioch College, J.D. Dawson, affectionately referred to often as Mr. Antioch, a reference that might also refer to Al Denman, today's recipient. Al Denman is an Emeritus Professor of Philosophy, Law, and Religion of Antioch College. He was college pastor at Antioch College for 7 years, in addition to his service as a longtime professor. He has been an inspiration to many, many Antioch students to take different courses in their career at Antioch, as well as courses in their careers in life. Ellen Borgerson, one of our alumni board members, class of 1972, and one of Al Denman's students, and he took, I think, some suggestions from Al, is going to introduce Al Denman to us. Ellen?
Would that I had taken more suggestions from Al. We have 2 recipients of the J.D. Dawson Award this year. And it is not because of indecision or a failure of deciding on the part of the alumni board, although that would be one of very few times that's happened in the past couple of years. But when the nominating brought forth this recommendation, we all viewed it as a no-brainer, so much so that there was very little discussion. So I speak only for myself in saying that the reason it is a no-brainer is that because both Steve Schwerner and Al Denman, after decades of service to generations of Antiochians as faculty, have remained engaged in the college as emeriti at a level that is indistinguishable from their service as faculty members. And indeed, Steve has not been able to kick the habit even after moving to New York City. I did not know Steve when I was a student because I was here during the period that he describes as between me, as in between the time when he was a student and the time he came back as Dean of Students. But I have been privileged to serve with him on the alumni board, uniquely privileged on the alumni board to have been able to spend quite some bit of time in Yellow Springs during this 3-year period, and so had the opportunity to log a small fraction of Steve's hours of meeting time with him. Al I did know as a student. He was one of my first teachers when I entered Antioch in the summer of 1967, the summer of love. And I arrived here, as many of the speakers yesterday described, the child of parents in the radical to progressive range, but who quite uniquely, I discovered only when I came to Antioch, held as one of their most fervent beliefs that organized religion was the source of considerable injustice, if not evil, and a great deal of bloodshed in our world. And therefore, when Al offered a course called Jesus as a Figure of Social Revolution, in what was then called Horace Mann, now Weston, second floor classroom facing west. Do I remember this vividly? It was literally my first introduction to the Christian concept of social justice. And it was mind-blowing, before some of the other mind-blowing things happened during that summer. And indeed, I am convinced that the most shocking thing I told my parents that summer was that I thought I might very well end up as a theology major. Al didn't offer quite enough courses to make that happen, so I was a philosophy major, but so I have been thinking ever since Nancy asked me to do this, how does one find the words to introduce a man who has opened and closed hundreds of Antioch events for more than 40 years with exactly the perfect words for the occasion? And I said to myself, well, don't look for words. Cliches become that for a reason. A picture is worth 1,000. And so I have here, I have here a document entitled A Layman's Guide to Legal Means for Separating Antioch College from Antioch University. Al Denman, Professor of Philosophy, Law, and Religion, Antioch College, October 1st, 1979. And I got this idea because there was an even bigger blow-up of this at Nonstop, which I thought was just a brilliant visual capturing of the meaning of this journey. And I first saw this paper, and I'm connecting many generations here. I first saw this paper in a packet that then community manager Chelsea Martins, class of 2008, put together with our first hire to the research in Antioch, employee number 1, our archivist Scott Sanders. Just after Reunion 2007, in connection with my work chairing the governance committee at that point. And I looked at him and I said, how did I not know that I was a lawyer? Which is what I ultimately became. And one of the things I love about it, it says up here, I have scheduled a seminar for those who have read the paper. Saturday, 1 p.m., 1:30 McGregor. And down here it says, not produced nor reproduced at college expense. And over here is one of the best statements of the meaning of community and community membership and the role of transparency in that I had read. And the second image I have for you this is Al giving the invocation at the key exchange ceremony, September 2009. If you haven't watched the video, it's on the website. Please do. If it doesn't make you cry, go see your eye doctor. There's something wrong with your eyes. So, thank you, Al.
I need to present the award to you. You want me to come there?